A great many people in my life, friends, family members, acquaintances, particularly people who have seen me over a long period of time, they've noticed certain things about me, certain fruits of the way that I live, and the effortlessness of many of the ways of how I live. And they've asked me, what is it that I do that allows me to perform the way that I do in rock climbing and tennis, allows me to keep an optimal body weight very easily without fluctuations in weight, gain muscle pretty easily, keep it pretty easily. They've asked me to share how I do that, and I keep not sharing, and it's for a lot of reasons, and none of them are good. And things like, worrying if the camera shot will look good, or that my hair isn't done up pretty. And I finally decided to just get it out there. So this is especially for all those people who have seen me and seen certain things that I do and want to know how. Another reason I haven't shared is I figure, why will people listen to me, and why will they want to know what I have to say when everyone has their own opinion? And this video is less for them and more for people who have seen the fruits of the way that I live. But for those who do want proof, those who don't know me well, most of what I have to say comes from this book called Deep Nutrition: Why Your Genes Need Traditional Food, by Catherine Shanahan, medical doctor who doesn't talk like most medical doctors. And most of the rest of what I have to say comes from this: Own the Day, Own Your Life, by Aubrey Marcus. Both fantastic books. Oftentimes I just tell people to read those books, and people are busy, and it's not for everyone, and many would just prefer to hear it straight from me. So these series of videos that come after this one is that information people keep asking me for. A little more in this intro video. Some things I've been able to do in my life. I suffered from cavities through my childhood and young adulthood. Just tons. Just every time I went to the dentist, more cavities and a lot of painful drilling. Painful to my senses, but also to my pocketbook. Very expensive to get a lot of dental work done. That plagued me all the way up until I found these books and books that are very much in line, but maybe geared towards different things. One of those is called Cure Tooth Decay, and it was a total game changer. And since then, I have had no new dental issues to fix. I fixed what was problematic then, got my mercury fillings replaced, and since then, no further issues. So it's about 10 years, so I'm 33. In about 10 years, I have not had new dental issues. Though before that, my teeth sure got torn up. Better late than never, though. Like I mentioned before, optimal body weight that does not fluctuate more than a couple of pounds. A positive sense of well-being. Just tons of really great benefits from, honestly, not a lot of effort. I could reach even a higher state of health. I know how. It'd be easier with more money. But with very minimal effort, I'm able to stay a lot younger than I ought to. I did a biometric test of my body to test how old it is, through body signs, through how my body performs. And I tested at 26 years old, so about 6 or 7 years younger than my actual age is where my body's at. And I've been able to heal my knees from really terrible injuries that had made it difficult to walk, to work, to do, the things I love to do, tennis, climbing. I've been able to heal those issues. I don't fear the sun. I'll spend many hours out into the sun, and my skin will get red for a while, and people will freak out and think, you're gonna get skin cancer, and you're so burnt, and you're gonna have, those big old puffy, pus balls on your skin that I used to get when I was young and would get too much sun exposure. But 2 days ago, people were like, you're so sunburned, oh no. And now it's mostly tan, a little bit of skin coming off, that's fine. My shoulders were really red, mostly just tan now. And I know why all this happens. A lot of people do fine and they're not sure why, and they chalk it up to, I got good genes. As it's talked about in Deep Nutrition, it's not about getting good genes or bad genes, it's about your genes being healthy or unhealthy, and they can become healthy again if they're unhealthy. And the way that they were passed on might have been less healthy than optimal. That's okay. You can still nurse them back to better health than they've ever experienced in your lifetime. One of the best parts of knowing this information, knowing it in such detail, seeing the proof, and living this way, is I don't fear diseases later in life like many people do, or maybe should, if they don't know how to avoid them. I'm talking about things like diabetes, obesity, Alzheimer's, cancer. I have a very high level of assurance, of confidence, that I don't have to worry about these things, that I know what causes them, and that it's not for me. I've lost so many family members to terrible things, especially cancer, but suicidal depression, Alzheimer's, all these things. And I know that many people worry about this kind of thing, and for good reason. It happens to so many of us. But if you know what causes them, the majority of what causes them, and how to avoid that, it's such a sense of empowerment. I know that I'm going to stay relatively young for a very, very long time. I know that I won't have to deal with cancer. And you might think that, he just is young and thinks he's invincible. And again, why listen to me? Why trust? And again, if you are someone who has seen me over a long period of time, you know there's something to what I'm talking about. And if you don't, hey, read these books. They're great books. Highly recommend the audiobooks, especially. But just wanted to take a moment to throw that out there, that the peace of mind is just priceless. Knowing that cancer, whether from skin or brain or wherever, it's not going to happen to me. And that's a wonderful feeling. And I hope that's a feeling that you can share through reading these books, through watching these videos. However, I wish that for everyone. I hope to help everyone. I feel like it's a big part of my purpose in this life is to share this information that I stumbled upon, that I lucked out into. And it's good to finally be able to do something to share this. I suppose that's probably enough for this introductory video. Looking forward to making many more videos, hopefully much shorter and to individual particular points. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy these sets of videos.